Hello everybody and welcome to a train simulator video. Today we shall be driving a Class 37 diesel locomotive from Norwich to Great Yarmouth via Acle. So the first thing we need to do is turn off the pause menu, and next we need to open up the doors by pressing T. We then need to put the train into gear. We then need to turn on our instrument lights with I and the train's headlights with H. And as the signal ahead is displaying a green aspect, I can turn off the driver reminder appliance with Y, and with that the train is ready for departure. The route we are on is the Armstrong Powerhouse Wherry Lines route, which was released a few years ago, and you can buy it in two different places. You can either buy it from Armstrong Powerhouse directly on their website, or you can purchase it on Steam as well. Essentially they're both the same route, though the scenarios supplied are different, and the Steam version does have Steam Workshop compatibility. The version of the route which I'm playing is the one that you can purchase directly from Armstrong Powerhouse, as I had all of the prerequisites required to run the route. All of the scenarios that come with the variant from Armstrong Powerhouse directly are strictly based on Class 37 workings during the summer months of, I believe, between 2015 and 2016 on the Wherry lines, as the locomotives were brought in to help out with a shortage of diesel multiple units. So we'll just put the train into gear now. And having received the whistle from the guard, we can now proceed to the first station stop at Brundle Gardens, which is 4 miles away. The starting speed limit from Norwich is 25 miles an hour. We're now just skirting around the side of the Norwich Crown Point depot, where many of Greater Anglia's trains are stabled. Namely the Class 90 train sets, and also I believe Greater Anglia also store their diesel multiple units here as well. So the speed limit has just now increased to 60 miles an hour, and this will be the maximum speed for the journey. So I'll just accelerate up to that now. diverging to the left is a line towards Cromer and Sheringham. Got those two mixed up there. Just going to cut the power now, and I'm going to start slowing for an upcoming permanent speed restriction down to 20 miles an hour. With the Class 37 I am having to brake a little bit earlier than I would normally do in a multiple unit. You'll just notice that the speed sign we pass has two different speed restrictions on there. The 20 applies to locomotive hull trains, the 60 applies to multiple units. And the reason for that severe drop in the speed limit was for, I believe there's a weight restriction in place on that overbridge that we just passed over. And we can now accelerate back up to 60 miles an hour. Just going to start cutting the power now, and I'm going to start to slow down to stop at Brundle Gardens. The station platforms are quite short here, so we probably want to be entering them at no faster than at least 20 miles an hour with the locomotive. And the locomotives have their own special stop board here. We just need to stop just beyond that. And we can now open the doors, put the train into neutral gear, and we've just got all three carriages in the station there. So that's good. This route also comes supplied with a fully detailed Mark II coaching stock for the Class 37s to haul. Our next station stop is at Brundle, which is just under a mile away. And I'm now going to slow down for the next signal, as it could possibly be displaying a danger aspect. And I can just about make out the green aspect of the signal, so we can now accelerate back up again. Just going to cut the power to the train though, as we are now just approaching Brundle station. And here we are at Brundle. And we're now in what I consider to be the best section of Wherry lines, where there are more of the old semaphore style signals along the route. And these signals have been specially constructed for the route itself, and they actually have a longer delay for when the train passes to... I'll start that again. They actually have a bit of a longer delay, because normally in Train Simulator, when the train passes a clear signal, it instantly reverts to danger, though there should be a bit of a delay. But these semaphore signals do have a delay, and they also have their own custom sound and animation as well. we now curve away from the main line towards Lowestoft, and we now take the single track branch via Acle. Again, the maximum line speed is 60 miles an hour here. And our next station stop is at Lingwood, which is just about a mile or so away. The version of the Class 37 that we're driving is actually a reworked variant of the Class 37 supplied with the Settle and Carlisle route, and this is why the Settle and Carlisle route is listed as a requirement for the variant of this route which is available from Armstrong Powerhouse. And this variant does have new physics and sounds recorded from the Class 37 on the Wensleydale Railway. We're just passing the distance signal for Lingwood, and we need to slow down just in case the signal for the level crossing is displaying a danger aspect. And we've just had a clear indication from the automatic warning system, which means we can speed up again. And here we are at Lingwood Station. Our next station stop is now at Acle, which is about 2 miles away. Just going to cut the power now as the track display is showing us a drop in gradient, so I don't want the train to run away with us. We're just now passing a distance signal for Acle, so we need to slow down here as the next signal could be at danger. The signal just before the station actually protects the level crossing. On the Wherry Line's route itself, some of the certain signals won't clear until you've got the train down to a certain speed, and I believe the speed that the signals clear at is 10 miles an hour. And I've just only just now realised that we now have a green aspect, so I was just having a little bit of trouble seeing that signal. That's why I had to slow right down and check. And here we are at Acle. Our next station stop will be Great Yarmouth, and that's about 7 miles away. As you can tell by listening to the sounds, there are many sections of jointed and fully welded track along the route. As far as scenery goes for this route, it's really superb stuff. Really like the rich vegetation, and I especially like the sections where the track runs alongside the rivers. slow the train down for an upcoming reduction in the speed to 50 miles an hour, which we don't get an automatic warning system magnet for. And in a moment I'm going to have to slow down further to 15 miles an hour on final approaches to Great Yarmouth station. We've now actually just joined the line that's come from Reedham via Burnley Arms. Just going to start slowing right down for this 15 miles an hour now. And here we are, journey's end at Great Yarmouth. So we'll just shut the train down now. And there we are. We failed the scenario because I believe we were about a minute or so late into Acle station and also Great Yarmouth, so that's why we failed the scenario there. But other than that, it was a very enjoyable scenario, and I'm sorry if I haven't been talking too much, but I was just trying to concentrate on trying to make the journey as smooth as possible. But regardless, I hope you have enjoyed watching this video as I have enjoyed making it. and all being well, I shall see you with another Train Simulator video very soon. So thank you very much for watching, and take care.